Hi everybody, it's Sunday evening and I thought I would do an update. I don't think it's going to be an overly long video, but this would be the last opportunity I get for a few weeks now, I would think. I'm moving house on Friday and I don't really know when I'll get the internet set up. We did already set that up a while ago, and then BT rang up and said they couldn't do it for some reason. I don't know, my husband understands it. So we thought, oh yeah, it won't be long without the internet in our new house, but now for some reason we can't actually organise any sort of installation till we actually get there. So I imagine I'll be without it for a little while. You'd think in this day and age you could kind of just do it like that, but obviously not. But anyway, so yeah, so I spent all weekend putting things in boxes. I now no longer have any kind of plates and things and cups to use, so I've bubble wrapped them all, packed them away. So I've got paper plates, plastic cups. Yeah, so, and it's obviously my last day off before we actually move, because I've got to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I moved on Friday, so last day to do anything. Yeah, so I think I last filmed about a week and a half ago. I haven't done loads, but I think I've worked on 4 different things since my last update, so I will show you those. Okay, so I'll show you this one first. So this was a new start in my previous video. So, and this is an Emma Congdon design from Cross Stitch Crazy magazine. So here is what I have done so far. So if you watched my last video, you'll know what the whole picture looks like, but this is going to be a scene where you've got Santa and the reindeers flying over lots of different little houses below. So I've started on the bottom left, filling in some of the buildings. Yeah, so I think I've done quite a bit more since my last update. Yeah, so this is being stitched on a fabric from Sew It All, and it's called Cloud Stone, and it's 28 even weave. Don't know what type, but yeah, so it's like a grey snowy sky. Yeah, and this is my needle minder from Needle Keep Emporium, my new favourite thing. Well, I've had a few from there for a while now, but I've kind of got into the habit of buying them a bit more regularly. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this is looking. I really like the colours. It's been all stitched with all my anchor threads, and I think I'll add some sparkle in there somewhere, maybe when I stitch Santa above it. So yeah, I don't think I'll get that finished for this Christmas, but I will give it a go. But if not, I'm sure I'll get it done for next Christmas. With my last video, I said that in the magazine that this is in, it says it would take 25 hours to stitch, and I thought that was really underestimating it, maybe because I'm a slow stitcher. But the lady who was the model stitcher for the one shown in the magazine is on Floss Tube, and I think her name was Shazy or Shazzy C. And she had to time how long it took her to do, and it took her 25 hours, but she did say she's a two-handed stitcher and has a frame, which is a bit different to how I stitch, which is why I think it will take me probably double that length of time. And maybe because I don't get to stitch every day, you know, I only get to stitch here and there. It must seem like longer, I guess. And I get distracted looking at my phone, at Floss Tube, at Instagram and so on. I should do what Mumula does and just put my phone in a different room so I don't get tempted to look at it. But yeah, so that's that one. Oh yes, I've also decided how I'm going to pack all my cross stitch stuff away for moving. don't really want it going in the removal van. Don't know why. Just feel like it, I don't know, I feel like it's too precious to me. So my mum and dad are coming round the night before we move, so I'm going to give it to them to keep in their car, and then they can bring it back to my new house the next day. So I'll know where it is straight away, and I'll be able to start stitching. Okay, so that's that one. I'll go for... So I haven't done an awful lot on this one, but I met up with my stitchy group where we meet in my father-in-law's pub. I'll take this little one with me because it's quite small, and this is the Clouds Factory Big Bang Theory piece. So I made a start on Howard's head. So I've just done all of his hair and the top part of his face. Now there is a mistake on here somewhere. Yeah, because there's a little gap. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little gap about here where I've obviously missed a hole or made a stitch half a square too big, but it's really small. I'm not actually sure what's the... Oh, I think that's his eyes, so there where I've left the gaps. So I will have to do something about that, but I can't be bothered to unpick it. So yeah, that's being done on a fabric, hand-dyed fabric from Sparkly's. It was in a grab bag, and I don't think there was a name for it, but it's just like a bluey white effect. So yeah, and then I've only got Bernadette to do over here, and then the writing, and then that will be finished. So hopefully I'll finish that by the end of the year, because if I concentrated all my time on this wouldn't take that long, but because I go between lots of different things, it takes me longer. Alright, so that's that one. Okay, so this past week I've mostly been working on the Clouds Factory postcards, and today I finished the New York one. I didn't get to finish it before the November one came out. Again, I've made a mistake on here as well. This is full of mistakes, this Floss Tube video. I made a mistake in the Big Bang, made a mistake in this one, and I've made a mistake in the next one. But I've made a mistake in the frame somewhere up here, and it was only when I got here that I noticed, but I've adjusted it by adding in an extra stitch, and I don't think you can tell. I think now it technically doesn't line up with the one above. I think it's like one stitch over, but if I hold it up, I don't think you can tell really. Or maybe you can now I've told you, but if I had this framed on my wall, I don't think anyone would be coming up to me going, oh, that one's one out of place. So, no, I don't think you'd notice. I've also printed all the ones off today for January, February, March and April. So I can do those. And then I also printed the Vancouver one, which will go where my needle minder is when I start that. Oh yeah, and on the Clouds Factory Facebook group, they're asking the people in the group to decide on the last postcard for December. So I've given my suggestion of Reykjavik. So it had to be for a country that's obviously not on here. And Iceland isn't on here. But I think there are so many good things you could get into a Reykjavik postcard. You could get the Blue Lagoon, you could get the geysers, you could have whales in there if you're going to have some animals. You could have like a Viking type character. You could have loads of stuff. So, you know, I've got lots of artwork, like my own photos printed on canvases that I did have up around my walls. So, yeah, I really love it if they chose that one. There was a couple of other suggestions of Reykjavik as well. I think I saw Edinburgh a few times. That would be quite cool. There's quite a lot of stuff you could do for Edinburgh. Can't really think where else there would be that they haven't already been to the country on here. Maybe somewhere in New Zealand. Maybe. Don't know. But yeah, oh, I would love it if my design got chosen. Well, wouldn't just be my suggestion because there was a few of them, but I'd love it if they picked Reykjavik. Okay, so that's the third project that I've worked on this past week and a half. And I have just started a few hours ago the November part of the Lakeside Needlecraft stitch along. And I haven't really done much, don't get too excited, but I've just started doing the circle. It's quite dark in here today, so you can't really see the variegation of my thread. But it goes sort of dark purple, light blue, dark purple, and back again. And I've made a mistake here as well. So where this circle joins with this one, I don't know what has happened, but I've had to make it 1.5 crosses so that they meet. Otherwise there would have been a gap between them. And then I had to do that down here as well. But again, I don't think you can tell. I don't think. Oh yeah, and I've got another needle minder here from Needle Keep Emporium. So yeah, I did have the mermaid one on here, but I swapped it over for a fairy. Because I've actually got more needle minders than projects. So I think I'll keep rotating the minders so I get to see them. Yeah, so that is the fourth thing I have and last thing I have worked on since showing you, or since uploading a video last time. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with this when I finish filming. Yes, so I haven't got much haul apart from a collection of needle minders. So you saw my fairy one just now. And I got quite a bit from Needle Keep Emporium that I'm going to show you now. So, I think it was last weekend. I think Catherine, who runs the Needle Keep Emporium shop on Etsy and Facebook group, did like a mass upload of new designs that she had in, and people just went nuts. Luckily I was at home, and I'll get notifications on my phone when she uploads in there. I don't think I set that up, it just started doing it automatically. But people were just going mad for them, and I managed to get in on one that seems to be highly sought after, which is this one. So really, really pretty colours, autumn leaves. I'll turn it around the right way. You go. I don't think her pictures on Etsy or Facebook do them justice, because this looks, I loved it obviously from the picture, but this looks so much better in real life. Sparklier, it's bigger. Yeah, I just really like it. I think when I next get my Leonid Afremov kit out, see a couple of videos ago, I think I will switch over whatever needle minder I'm using on there for this one, because that's an outdoorsy, could be autumnal scene with lots of bright colours, so I think I'll put that one on there. Okay, then I also got this one that I'd had in my basket for ages. I was just waiting until the end of October just to see if there were any more added that I liked. So this is a cute little elf girl. Again, looks so much nicer in real life. This one I really like. Oh. So this is a woodcutter. Now it reminds me, when I went on my honeymoon, I went to Alaska as part of kind of a little tour of Canada, the west coast of Canada and Alaska, and I went to watch a lumberjack show. So kind of challenges and like lumberjacks competing against each other to, you know, who can chop wood the quickest, you know, that kind of thing. But it was really entertaining, and when I saw this, it kind of reminded me of that. So yeah, I really wanted to buy this one. So I got those plus the fairy one, Tinkerbell one, that was on my Lakeside Needlecraft. Plus I did get a few more. So I just bought 2 more, but these are for my sister for Christmas. Now she doesn't watch Floss Tube, so I know I'm safe to show them. But look at this one. Blingy penguin. Bling bling. So kind of tempted to keep it, but I won't do that. And this rainbow, which is really nice. Look, the colours are brighter in real life. It's a bit faded out here, but yeah, that's really nice. And because Catherine at Needle Keep Emporium watches my Floss Tube videos, and she heard me talk about my sister borrowing one of my needle minders, and I can't remember telling her, but I can't remember saying it, but I must have said which one it was, because she sent me another one the same. Because this is the one that my sister had borrowed, but she has now returned to me, but I'm going to keep this new one for her and give her this as part of her Christmas present as well. So yes, and not only that, she also sent me a scissor fob. Now, to be honest with you, I didn't really know what a scissor fob was, but it's lovely. It's got a little owl. So yeah, these must be some of the most colourful scissors going now. Look at that sparkle. Woohoo! And the owl's really cute on the end. I assume I'm using this right, just by clipping it onto one part of my scissors. Yeah, I did Google it, and they said just helps you find your scissors in your bag, or just to decorate your scissors. So yeah, there we go, bling bling. So thank you very, very much. And if you haven't ever bought needle minders from Needle Keep Emporium, I definitely suggest you go onto her Etsy page or Facebook group, because also they are very, very reasonably priced compared to some other stores. I'm a member of a couple of other needle minder groups. I've never bought anything from them, UK based, and one of them sells very similar ones to, you know, these ones, so like rhinestone characters, £6.50. Now I think I paid £3.50 for that, so almost double. You know, £3.50, £4 I think are the most expensive ones that Catherine sells. You know, some of them, I mean this one, I think this cake one is about £1.50. You can't go wrong. So I don't know how, I have no idea how much these things cost to make, or you know, where she gets them from. But I don't see how there can be such a vast difference between the prices. So yeah, and you know, there's lots of lovely ones available from overseas, but the postage just doesn't really justify it, I don't think. And I've listened to lots of Floss Tube videos recently where people have ordered things from the States to the UK and been hit with really, really high customs charges. I watched Stitch M a few hours ago. She got fabric from Picture This Plus and had to pay an extra £25 at the post office, I think, to receive her fabric. And then I watched Teresa Little Stitcher, who had ordered, I think it was fabric, I can't remember, but something where she had a £15 customs charge. So that's a bit nuts. So no, I'll stick to UK based sellers, I think. So yeah, I think that is pretty much it. So my cross stitch stuff is all boxed up. I'm not going to completely put it away till I give it to my parents on Thursday. Might be able to see it in the boxes there behind me. I have filled 3 of those with craft stuff, plus I have an extra 2, I think, that have got art stuff. I used to be quite big into art at one point, So I've got another box that's full up with pens, pencils, sketchbooks, that kind of thing. So my hobbies are full of stash. Takes up lots of space. Yeah, so anyway, enough of my waffle. So thank you all to, thank you everyone for subscribing, watching my videos, leaving me lovely comments. Thank you to Amanda Stitching, who said she really enjoyed watching my videos in her last update. I think my subscriber count went up by, I don't know, about 20 or 30 in, you know, a day or two after her video went up. So that obviously had an effect. But yeah, I'm not too worried about subscriber numbers or anything like that. I just like to talk to whoever's watching about what I'm stitching. So yeah, but thank you again anyway. So I will say goodbye to everybody. I hope it won't be too long before I upload again. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good stitchy week, fortnight, month, whatever. So goodbye.